Beneath buried cities, under oceans, and inside sealed tombs, human history whispers secrets we're not meant to hear. These are places where time stands still, where the echoes of forgotten civilizations linger in the shadows, waiting for curious minds to uncover them. Every stone, every artifact, every faded inscription holds a story that challenges what we think we know. With every artifact unearthed, the past reveals not just relics, but violent cracks in the official timeline. These discoveries force us to question the neat, linear story of human progress we've been taught. Sometimes, a single object can upend centuries of accepted history, leaving experts and amateurs alike scrambling for answers. These aren't gentle hints, they're hammer blows, demanding we rethink everything we know. The evidence is often undeniable, yet it sits uncomfortably alongside our textbooks, daring us to look closer and dig deeper. Tonight, we dive into 8 ancient discoveries that refuse to fit the story we've been told. Each one is a puzzle piece that doesn't quite match the picture, a riddle that refuses to be solved by conventional wisdom. From lost machines that defy explanation to temples predating civilization itself, each finding is a stubborn anomaly. These are the outliers, the mysteries that historians struggle to explain, and the wonders that ignite our imagination. We'll journey to the crossroads where science and myth collide, where the comfortable narrative buckles under the weight of unanswered questions. Here, legends and facts blur, and the line between reality and myth becomes almost impossible to see. Prepare to confront the unknown, because sometimes the past is far stranger than we imagine. The deeper we dig, the more we realize how much remains hidden, waiting to be discovered. And sometimes, it's much more disturbing. The truth, it seems, is often buried just beneath the surface, waiting for those brave enough to uncover it. Off the sunlit coast of Greece in the early 20th century, divers searching for sponges stumbled upon a mysterious shipwreck. Among the scattered treasures and ancient statues, they discovered a corroded bronze mass, its surface encrusted by centuries underwater. Inside, hidden from the world for nearly 2,000 years, were intricate gears and dials, the remains of what would become known as the Antikythera mechanism, a mechanical computer from the ancient world, far more advanced than anyone had imagined possible for its time. The Antikythera mechanism could do what seemed impossible. It predicted eclipses, tracked the phases of the moon, and modeled the complex motions of the known planets. Its precision and sophistication were unmatched for over a millennium, until similar technology reappeared in medieval Europe. This device was not just a tool, but a window into the scientific genius of the ancient Greeks, revealing a lost chapter of human ingenuity. How did such astonishing complexity emerge in an age we often underestimate? Who were the minds behind this marvel, and what drove them to create it? Even more puzzling, why did this knowledge vanish so completely, leaving only a single artifact as evidence of its existence? If the Greeks possessed such advanced technology, why is there no trace of similar machines elsewhere? The silence in the historical record is as telling as the artifact itself. Was the mechanism a unique masterpiece, or just the lone survivor of a lost tradition of innovation? The Antikythera mechanism forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Progress isn't always a straight line. History is filled with forgotten peaks of achievement and sudden collapses, where knowledge can be lost as quickly as it is gained. As we peer into its delicate gears and marvel at its complexity, we're left to wonder, how many other wonders have vanished from history, waiting to be rediscovered beneath the waves or buried in the earth? In a Baghdad museum, a simple clay jar hides an electric secret, copper and iron inside, separated by bitumen, forming a 2,000-year-old battery. The Baghdad battery is a contradiction, a spark in a world supposedly in the dark. If ancient peoples knew electricity, why is there no evidence of broader electrical technology? This artifact challenges us to see beyond textbook timelines. Were the ancients experimenters, keepers of lost knowledge? As we peer into its hollow core, we feel the hum of forgotten power, an ancient current waiting to be acknowledged. High in the Bolivian Andes, shrouded in mystery and legend, lies Puma Punku, a site that continues to baffle archaeologists and visitors alike. Here, massive stones, some weighing over 100 tons, are scattered across the plateau. These stones are not just enormous, they are carved with a level of precision that seems almost impossible even by today's standards. The sharp angles, perfectly straight cuts, and intricate shapes suggest a mastery of stonework that defies explanation. The official story claims that ancient builders used simple stone hammers and ramps to shape and move these blocks. Yet when we look closer, there are no iron tools, no evidence of wheels, and no written records describing the construction process. The absence of these basic technologies raises more questions than answers, leaving us to wonder how such feats were achieved with only primitive means. The stones at Puma Punku fit together so tightly that not even a razor blade can slip between them. Some surfaces are polished to a finish smoother than glass, and the interlocking joints are so precise that they have withstood centuries of earthquakes and weathering. This level of craftsmanship is rarely seen in ancient structures anywhere else in the world. Who built Puma Punku, and how did they accomplish such a monumental task? Mainstream explanations often fall short, unable to fully account for the advanced techniques on display. Even seasoned archaeologists are left scratching their heads, puzzled by the site's many enigmas. Local legends speak of giants, gods, or lost civilizations wielding forgotten technologies. The facts, however, are even stranger. Magnetized stones, perfectly round machine-like drill holes, and evidence of advanced mathematics in the layout and design. These features hint at knowledge and abilities far beyond what we typically attribute to ancient cultures. Today, Puma Punku stands as a silent monument to lost genius, or perhaps to something even more mysterious. Its stones whisper secrets from a time before history, challenging us to rethink what we know about the past. As the sun sets over these enigmatic stones, casting long shadows across the ancient ruins, we're left to wonder, was Puma Punku the work of forgotten brilliance, or does it point to something else entirely, something that still lies hidden, waiting to be discovered? In remote Chinese caves, hundreds of stone discs, etched with spiral grooves and microscopic symbols, were discovered. Legend says they tell of visitors from the sky, but mainstream science dismisses the story. Why do so many cultures speak of beings from the heavens? And how do we explain the discs' precision and unique symbols? The Dropa stones force us to consider a more complex, perhaps cosmic, human story. As we turn them over, we feel the weight of a secret history, one that may never be fully understood. In an Egyptian tomb, a small wooden figure shaped like a bird, but with features no bird possesses, was found. When reconstructed, the Saqqara bird glides effortlessly, behaving like a prototype for flight. Did ancient Egyptians understand aerodynamics, or is this a coincidence? Its design speaks of experimentation and ambition, challenging our assumptions about ancient innovation. If they dreamed of flight, what other secrets lie buried in the sands? In Texas, a hammer was found embedded in 100-million-year-old rock, its handle partially turned to coal. The London hammer shouldn't exist, a collision of human craftsmanship and geological time. Skeptics call it contamination, but the evidence lingers. How could a man-made tool end up fossilized in ancient strata? The hammer is a paradox, a challenge to orthodox science. It's more than a curiosity, it dares us to dig deeper. What else might we find if we have the courage to look? On a Turkish hilltop, stone pillars rise, older than Stonehenge, the pyramids, or even pottery. Göbekli Tepe, an 11,000-year-old temple, was built by people who shouldn't have had the means. The carvings are intricate, but the stones themselves are the true shock, quarried and erected with baffling precision. Maybe religion didn't follow civilization, maybe it created it. Why did its builders bury it, erasing their own legacy? Göbekli Tepe challenges the idea of linear progress. As archaeologists dig deeper, the story of ourselves is rewritten. In China's Zhejiang province, a farmer uncovered vast hand-carved caves, an entire network with no record of their construction. The Longyu caves stretch for acres with towering ceilings and pillars, yet no ancient texts or oral traditions mention them. Who built these caves? And why? The official response is silence. The labor and planning required rival the pyramids, but the caves remain almost unknown outside China. Are they remnants of a forgotten civilization, or were they created to preserve something? In the darkness, we're reminded the past is waiting, just beneath our feet. Each discovery alone can be dismissed, but together they form a pattern, a jagged landscape of forgotten genius and lost knowledge. What else is buried beneath our certainties? What truths have we ignored because they're too strange or uncomfortable? These artifacts demand humility, reminding us that history is a living story, not a closed book. What if the past isn't behind us but buried beneath us? Every time we dig, we uncover doubt. Perhaps these discoveries aren't mistakes, they're warnings. Proof that civilizations can forget, and progress is fragile. One day, future archaeologists may stand over our ruins, asking the same question. What really happened here?